Hi everyone, my name is Frank and I'm part of the Moran Lab in the Department of Marine Sciences in the University of Georgia, and I'm part of the group interested in studying the marine microbial ecology of the surface ocean. So I'm from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a small island in the Caribbean. It's only 100 by 35 miles in size. In the north part, it's surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, and on the south side by the Caribbean Sea. It has some of the best beaches in the world, pristine environments. We have the rainforest, El Yunque. It's the only rainforest in the US. We have dry forests. We have many different types of systems in such a small place, which is very cool. And growing up, it provided me like all these cool places to go explore and find new things in nature. We have some very nice looking chickens down there, tropical weather all year long, and some amazingly delicious food. Like if you're ever down there, you should go try some of it. So more on my background, I did a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, both in the University of Puerto Rico in the Maya West campus. My bachelor's was in microbiology, while my grad studies were in biotechnology. And that's a little bit about me. I'm going to go a little bit into the science. And if we see the satellite image here of Earth, it's showing chlorophyll concentrations in the surface ocean and vegetation indexes on land. So this chlorophyll concentrations, where we go from like green here in the Pacific, or this red here in the Amazon plume, or the north here of the North Atlantic, are indications of phytoplankton abundance in the surface ocean. It's the same as if we look in land where we have yellow versus where we have green, we would have more vegetation where it's green. So approximately half of the world's net primary production comes from tiny creatures in the surface ocean, and the other half comes from land. And the uptake of the organic matter that is the product of this photosynthesis can cycle very rapidly, and a lot of the processes and that involve this carbon cycling in the environment are still not well understood. So my research is to try and understand, on my research interest, is to try and understand the rapid carbon flux that occurs between phytoplankton and heterotrophic bacteria in the surface ocean. For those that don't know, heterotrophic bacteria are bacteria that are not capable of doing photosynthesis or fixing their own carbon sources. So to try to understand the rapid carbon flux in the ocean, we use two strategies. One is by simple co-culture systems, and the other is by studying the environment. In the lab, we create co-cultures that we're going to mix axenic phytoplankton with heterotrophic bacteria that are representative of bacteria associated to phytoplankton in the surface ocean. Once we combine those two together, we do gene expression analysis of their mRNA, and we look at their transporters and catabolic enzymes. Then the findings and what the things we discover in the simple systems are used to better understand the strategies of similar heterotrophic bacteria in relationship to phytoplankton in the environment. By doing this, we get a better understanding of interactions that are happening between these groups in the surface ocean, and it helps us get a better idea of what's happening in this rapid carbon flux in the environment. So besides doing research in lab, I've had the opportunity to do many other things. For example, in the department, we have to go on a research cruise. It's one of the requirements for PhD students. And in my case, I had the great opportunity to go from Alaska through the Gulf of Alaska, all the way through the coast of Canada to the west coast of the United States. And this was amazing. It was a one in a lifetime trip, I feel. And I'm sure there'll be many other trips similar to this one in the future. But it provided me like a lot of great experiences. I come from a tropical island, and by going here, I was able to climb mountains and hike up to some of the most scenic environments I ever seen in the world. Like for here, we have this patch of wildflowers with the iceberg down there. And they were icebergs. It's something I had never seen before. So by doing this PhD, I had the opportunity to see things like this. And I also got to go and climb on that thing. It was great. Another research component is that I've been able to help both in outreach and sampling at Sapelo Island. Some of the professors in the department do work in the Marine Institute at Sapelo and are actively involved in research and education at the institution. Besides being a majestically beautiful place, it's also a good system to study the marsh and coastal environments. And it's not just scenic. Sapelo has a variety of critters. Like there's so many birds that migrate in different seasons in Sapelo, like this beautiful spoonbill here. We have a lot of marine mammals like dolphins and even an alligator pond where if you're ever down there and you go next to the institution, the pond is just across the road. So another thing I like a lot about this department is that as students, as a cohort, we all get along a lot and we do a lot of things together. These are some of good friends I have here. And besides having the opportunity to share my PhD with them, I've also had the opportunity to like be in times like COVID and try to do certain things that to help out with the New York Times, I guess. And these are just examples of things we used to do parties, pumpkin carving, it's a thing, hiking, Halloween costumes, get-togethers, or even going for a bit of a skate would be some of the things we do. Another thing I like a lot about Athens is that it's very diverse, not only in the university level and the things you can get from UGA, but in the environment, at least I like a lot to harvest wild mushrooms and berries. And there's a lot of different ones in Athens. This is like, if you like chanterelles, you're gonna find hundreds of them here. It's a great place to go hiking. It's a great place with mountain bike trails. You can do a lot of cool things. Like recently I started growing chickens, and this one, it's the same baby chick. And in the next picture, it's an adult. So that's all I have for you today. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at my email at frank.ferrer@uga.edu, or just reach out to me through Instagram at l_viaje_de_savvy or @viaje_savvy. And that's it. And I hope you enjoy your recruitment, and thanks for listening. Bye-bye.